for your travel bag, we just need a few supplies. Some thin lacing. This is going to go as a zipper pull. If you're using a wider hole on your zipper, you might be able to get away with cutting some leather, but I like some leather lacing. This is optional, but these are leather tabs. Cut 3/4 of an inch by 3 inch. You'll need 2 of those. Those will go on the end of your bags. And we are going to attach those with rivets. You'll need to have a coordinating zipper that is at least 12 inches long. This one is considerably longer than that, but you need to have one that is at least 12 inches long. And then for the fabric, the main fabric and the lining are cut 17 inches by 13.5 inches. So this is the main fabric and this is the lining, cut the same distance, 13.5 by 17. On the back of the main lining, I have attached fusible interfacing. The interfacing I cut 1 inch smaller, so it's 12.5 by 16. The first thing you need to do for your assembly is you need to take your zipper and it's right side to right side of your fabric. So we're going to line up the right side, the short end of your piece, so your 13.5 inch side. When you're putting the zipper on, you're going to want to open it up so that your pole is out of the way. So I'm just going to unzip that, and we are sewing right side to right side. I do have a zipper foot on my machine, and I have coordinating thread. Okay, you can keep your fabric laying in the same direction. Keep the right side up of your fabric. Your zipper is attached. Now you lay your lining on top of your zipper and do the same thing. Just stitch close to the edge. Okay, to do the next side, we're going to do the same thing. We're going to take the good side of the fabric and we're going to put it against the good side of the zipper. On this one here, I'm going to go ahead and pin it. And you should still be able to open up your zipper. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so now you have it pinned in place, and we need to repeat and do the same thing, stitching close to the zipper teeth. Double check. That looks good. Now lay your lining inside there and do the same thing. I'm going to go ahead and clip that in place again. Let's test our zipper again. Okay, it works good. Next, I'm going to go ahead and top stitch along the edge of the zipper, but I like to make sure that my lining is out of the way, so I go ahead and put a few pins in there to make sure that the lining is pulled down flat before I stitch. So at this point, you have a tube. I have it all closed and zipped. Make it so that the lining is showing, and we need to adjust so that the zipper is exactly down the middle. So just take a ruler and adjust it. Mine that I make have always been, needs to be 4 1/8 on each side. Your measurements might be a little different. So just make it so that it's an equal distance to the center of your zipper on both ends. And you're going to want to have your clips close to the center because we are going to be cutting the corners out of this, so you don't want your clips in the way. Now take a clear ruler, if at all possible, and set it so that it's 2 inches that way and 1.5 inches this way. So I'm just following the edge of my fabric, and I'm going to draw a rectangle that is 2 inches this way and 1.5 inches that way. We're going to do that on each corner. So we have 2 inches going the long way and 1.5 inches going the short way. Now I'm going to go ahead and clip in those corners. and go back to the sewing machine. Now we are going to sew with a full 5/8 inch seam. We are going to start your seam at that pencil mark, the pencil mark that is closest to your zipper. So lining up, doing a full 5/8 inch seam, we're going to stitch all the way across to the next pencil mark. When you get on top of the zipper, go slow because we don't want to bend your needle, but you want to backspace over the zipper. And we're going to stop at the pencil mark. So before you sew your next end, very important, make sure you unzip. So I'll take one of those clips off. Unzip it just a few inches so that we have a way to turn it inside out. And so we're going to repeat the same thing on this end. Now with your scissors, just cut out along that pencil line through all layers. Okay, now set your machine to a pretty wide zigzag, and we are going to zigzag both of these ends. At this point, you can just take regular scissors and cut off your zipper, and then zigzag. The next part, we need to close in these squares. So to do this, pick up your bag, separate out your little rectangle there to where your end seam is halfway in between, and put a clip there. And you do that on all corners. So again, pull your corners out to each edge. Your seam will be in the middle, and put a clip there. Okay, big picture of what's going to happen. We're going to do a full 5/8 inch seam straight down on all of the corners. And while you're still at the machine, then go back and do a zigzag on those edges as well. I have my corners zigzagged and going to go ahead and unzip it the rest of the way and turn it inside out. The reason I love this bag so much, this is just regular cotton quilting fabric that I have put the interfacing in, and it holds really a good shape. So feel free to try all different kinds of fabric, but this one here, the Ultra Suede, is going to be real nice. Okay, now we'll put some leather tabs on the ends. I didn't think this one would warrant a look of a leather strap so much, so you can take fabric and make a fabric strap if you would like on the end. The same with this one. I put fabric on the end of each of these, and it looks real good. Okay, I really love the way these little bags turn out. If you have any questions while you're doing yours, please comment down below. There's a lot of ways that you can modify this to make it your own. Some you can put personalized patches on the side with your leather. It's just a really cute little bag that can be done really fast. But as always, I want to thank you for watching DIY on the House.